Hi, I'm Jason Wallace with Monster Personal Training here at Boise Fitness Equipment, doing part 3 on suspension training, and the last installment is going to be core conditioning in particular. 4 exercises that I'm going to go through. Everything that we've done up to this point by no means is an all-inclusive list, just enough to kind of give you a taste of what's capable with suspension training and their benefits, etc. One thing I will point out on core conditioning with the TRX, prerequisite for most of these moves, you should be able to hold a plank position for a minimum of 1 minute. And of course, a plank position, also known as prone iso abs or hover, is just simply arms bent 90 degrees, going into the toes. Basically a push-up position, but off the elbows, nice and flat, parallel to the floor, abs engaged. Being able to hold that position for 1 minute prior to going into core training, at least the moves that we're going to do with the TRX. Just one of those things, a little bit more on the advanced side, but things that you can really advance to really quickly. The first exercise that I'm going to do, I'm going to bring the straps down just a smidge on this one, would be a seesaw, which is essentially going to be that same plank position I just got in. And of course, the lower to the ground these are, the easier the move's going to be. I'm going to bring them up a little more. I wouldn't go any more than 6 to 12 inches off the ground with the move in particular. For now, we'll keep it low, and we'll get into that same plank position. So, kind of a, if you will, a regression from what I'm going to show, or kind of what I had in mind, which is a seesaw plank or a seesaw motion. A couple ways you can start out. We've been training for a few months. We can hold that plank now for a minute, so we're going to advance it and challenge ourselves a little bit more. First step would be simply just working on that hold right there, maybe doing it for repetitions and holds if you know anywhere for a couple of seconds to 10 seconds, or to the point maybe where we can hold it 30 seconds plus in this position. Now, the way we can add more challenge and where the seesaw comes into motion is here, and then we use our arms to kind of press our body away, keeping the abs engaged, and kind of do a little rocking back motion like that. When our center of gravity moves away from our body's anchor point, which is the arms, adds a lot more challenge to the abdominals on the move. Going back and forth would be considered 1 repetition. So, and again, working within a repetition range of endurance would be 15 to 25, or on the lower end would be 8 to 12. Typically, when we're working core, working abdominals, they're more endurance-based muscles, so you're typically going to want to work at a higher rep range anyway. Exercise 2, which is similar in the position and setup is exactly the same, is the pendulum. A couple ways you can do it. One, you can do it off the forearms, just like we had. You can also do it up into a push-up position as well. You can do that for even the hover exercise and the plank exercise. You can also do either here or down with the forearms. And as the pendulum, as the name implies, we're simply swinging the legs in a side-to-side motion, just like a pendulum, keeping the abs engaged. And what that's going to involve more is more of the outer portion of the abs, particularly your obliques and your QL muscles. And in each direction would be considered 1. And again, working somewhere between 15 to 25 per side of the move. And also, excuse me, my Harley is going by right now. At any rate, going side to side would be considered 1 rep. Take a knee, take a break as needed. You can still shoot for a goal at 15 to 25, but again, listen to your body's key. If you're starting to compensate, similar to what we had in the first installment of the chest exercise, we start to get that big arch and that sag with the move. It's going to transfer the load into the low back, create more shearing force, things that we want to avoid. So maintaining good form is key with that move, and with any core move for that matter. Okay, next exercise, we got 2 more to go. Knee tucks, which is essentially push-up position, as the name implies, tucking the knees. There's a couple ways we can approach this. We can keep our back nice and flat and neutral, keeping the abs engaged, just tucking underneath. You can also do a little bit of a crunch motion where we pull inward with our hands, kind of press our hips up in the air, simulating more of a traditional crunch. Both great exercises, both effective. And then of course the last one in the equation is just basically going to add a chest move to the basically a combination of chest and core called the atomic push-up. Great name. So essentially, same exercise I just showed. Tuck, extend, push up, repeat, enjoy, like I tell my clients. Same rep range, 15 to 25, taking rest as needed. And as you can tell by the shininess of my skull, my sweat, starting to formulate, it is time for me to take a rest. That was installment 3, core TRX suspension training. I'm Jason with Monster Personal Training, your Boise Fitness Equipment. Thanks.